Hello, guys, and welcome back to Unrestricted Sports. Today, we are breaking down the Astros and Athletics fight, and I'm going to go on a little bit of a rant here because this is something that has just been bugging me all season, and it's finally getting capped off here. But before I begin, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It helps out the channel a ton, and yeah, I'm going to get right into this. So, you would think that it would be the Astros who were getting hit by pitches, but the Astros were getting swept. So, what did the Astros do? They hit 3 of the Oakland Athletics players. Two times it was the same guy, Ramon Laureano. So you might be wondering why beyond just rivalry this would happen, because obviously they're upset about getting swept. Well, Mike Fiers, the pitcher who snitched on the Astros, who was a part of that team, is now part of the Athletics, for those of you who didn't know. Where is the protection for the snitches, okay? The MLB is doing everything in their power to protect the Astros, but nothing to protect the people who actually brought to light the scandal. This is absolutely ridiculous. Ramon Laureano was hit twice, and then as he was walking to first, some batting coach, an ironic position for the Astros, I might add, the batting coach for the Astros started chirping at Laureano, and one of his teammates who heard it said that he wouldn't even repeat it because of how bad it was, and also said that the bench coach, or the hitting coach who was on the bench, invited Laureano to come and fight in the dugout. So this was completely started by the Astros. And you want to know what's going to happen? The A's batter is going to get more punished than the Astros coach. In fact, I'd be surprised if the Astros coach gets punished at all. This is absolutely ridiculous. And then you look at the images of this. It's not a good look for Major League Baseball. But you want to know why it's happening? Because the MLB has a double standard for who they're protecting. They're protecting the Astros who cheated and not protecting the Athletics. They're going to allow the Astros to get away with this all season, and they're going to wonder why fights keep breaking out. You want to know why fights keep breaking out, MLB? Because you didn't punish the Astros in the first place. This is ridiculous. This is a complete embarrassment to the league because this wasn't even started by the Athletics. The Athletics didn't throw at any Astros pitchers. You want to know how many Athletics pitchers hit Astros batters this series? 0. No Astros hitters were hit by any pitches. 3 people were hit by the Astros pitchers on the Athletics. Twice it was the same guy. So you're telling me that there's not targeting going on here, that wasn't intentional? That was 100% intentional. You don't just hit the same guy twice in the course of the same series. It doesn't happen. Statistically, that just doesn't happen. This is ridiculous. What else can I say here? The Astros are clearly upset that they are a sub 500 team without their cheating, and the A's won 7-2. This game was over when this fight broke out, and the Astros knew it. They knew they were going to get swept. The A's have control of their division now, and the Astros are upset about it. This is completely ridiculous. This was clearly retaliatory towards the Athletics for, breaking the scandal and all that. Mike Fiers didn't pitch, but that was definitely on the pitchers' minds when they were hitting those Athletics batters. It's pretty hard to hit a guy twice in the same series. It's hard to hit 3 guys in the same series, much less the same guy twice. The coach who was involved, Cintron, I don't know if that's how you pronounce his name. He's an irrelevant batting coach for a cheating team that, doesn't need a batting coach. He was the one who instigated this fight. And he didn't get thrown out of the game, to my knowledge. Laureano did. So, I don't understand. This is incredibly disappointing. And I feel for this guy because if what was said by his teammate is to be believed, he was not at fault for this fight. He was hit twice and then started getting heckled by a batting coach from the dugout, from his safety of his dugout. And what do you expect to happen? You can't let that. If this is true, he can't let some of those. If it was bad enough that he can't let some of those things slide, knowing what was going to happen, then it had to be pretty bad. And the simple fact of the matter is that if you're a batting coach What are you doing heckling a guy who just got hit by your pitcher? That situation doesn't require you. The Astros are completely at fault for this fight, and I'm fighting for Loreno to not get any suspension time. He was thrown out of the game, and this is, how do you throw out the guy who got hit twice and was heckled by a batting coach, but not the batting coach who started the fight? Because heckling is starting the fight, believe it or not. That is 100% starting the fight. You can't go up and you can't say certain things to guys and expect there not to be some punches thrown. And then to top it all off, this batting coach didn't even have the courage to fight him himself. He let 4 Astros players charge the guy who came at him. 4 Astros players took this guy to the ground. 4. 4. Not 1, not 2, 4. The guy didn't even fight his own fight. He's a coward. Just like all the Astros. They're all cowards who can't live up to the fact that they cheated. That's why they didn't apologize during training camp. They said, oh, we want to put it behind us. Yeah, of course you want to put it behind you. Because you want people to forget about it. You want them to see that banner and forget that you cheated to get it. And it's ridiculous. It is a complete embarrassment. The A's manager, Bob Melvin, said it pretty perfectly here. Ramon doesn't go off unless something completely offensive came out of the dugout. I think the league knows who that is, and that person should be suspended. So hopefully that's the case. And Matt Olson, the teammate who heard these things, said that he heard some unsavory things said to Laureano, and someone told him to come to the dugout, being Cintron, the batting coach for the Astros. If this doesn't wake up the MLB, I don't know what does. They need to come down hard on the Astros here. Coming down hard on Laureano is only going to make things worse, because he didn't do anything wrong. He didn't start this fight. He was the guy who was the victim here. And to be perfectly honest, the MLB needs to do a better job of protecting the Athletics from the Astros, because not only are they division rivals, the Athletics, like I've already said, are the ones who blew this whole cheating scandal open. So if they're going to protect the Astros as stringently as they've been doing, someone needs to get suspended for hitting 3 Athletics batters in the course of a single series. Because if that was an Astros batter who got hit, even if it was by accident, even once, hell, we've seen it. You don't even have to get hit by a pitch for you to get suspended. Guess what's going to happen? You're going to get suspended. It's ridiculous. So, I don't know. I don't know what to say. This is embarrassing for the league because they had the chance to do this right. But they have a lawyer and not a baseball player running the league. So that's what you get. That's what happens. And that's not to say anything against lawyers either, okay? I'm just saying that if you're a lawyer, you shouldn't be running a baseball league. Okay, so don't get all offended in the chat. Oh, my dad's a lawyer. I don't care. I don't care what your dad does. He shouldn't be running a baseball league if he's a lawyer and has never played the game, which Rob Manfred hasn't. I would, if I was the Athletics owner right now, and it comes down that my guy got suspended and no one on the Astros got suspended, or the people on the Astros got suspended less. If that comes out, I would be strongly petitioning the rest of the owners in the league to kick Rob Manfred out of his commissioner position. There's nothing really more to say here. The Astros are cowards. I mean, it took 4 of them to beat up one guy before the benches cleared. And the guy who started the fight for the Astros wouldn't even fight it himself. So, yeah, I mean, disappointing all the way around, especially in this season. But with that being said, guys, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, like I said at the beginning of the video. Helps out the channel a lot. And, yeah, I will see you guys next time. Peace.